bingo, and it sounded like such fun. So I hope that you can now do a little bit of movement in your body and enjoy just moving the body. On my walk here this morning, it is gorgeous outside. It is warm, and the flowers are really bursting, and the leaves are bursting, and it's just a happy, happy day. So let's see if we can maintain that kind of energy by going into our bodies and into our hearts and to our souls, really, which is what yoga does. So you want a nice, sturdy chair, preferably without any arms, so that we can move around freely. And you want to be able to sit up nice and tall as possible. So you want to be lifting up through the crown of the head, right through the center of the body, as if you want to lengthen the spine, make a lot of space between the vertebra. And you want to kind of feel as if you're pulling the lower belly tummy muscles back into the spine a little bit and squeezing, and that will just kind of give us a nice lift. And then when you look down at your legs, the knees want to be the same distance as the hips, and the heels right underneath the knees. And that puts us into a good anatomical alignment to do our work. So, friends, let's take a moment to close our eyes. Take a deep breath in, hold it in, hold it, hold it, hold it, and then open your mouth and let it out with a delicious sigh. Let's do that again. Take a nice deep breath in, hold it, and let it out. And one third time, this time as you let the sigh out, imagine that you're just sinking into your chair. So here we go. Take another deep breath in, hold it in, and let it go. And feel yourself being received by the chair. Let the weight of your body relax into the chair without losing height through the crown of the head. But let the body soften, especially the outer body, and relax. We have nothing to do right now except be present to ourselves through our body and our breath. There's nowhere to go, so we can just relax into feeling our body. So feel, what does your body feel like right now? As you bring your awareness to your face, is there tightness around the eyes or jaw or mouth or tongue? If so, imagine you can just let it go. Let it go. Come down into your neck. We hold a lot of tension here in the neck and shoulders. Imagine they soften and relax. Bring your hands up on your lap and feel your hands. Feel what's happening inside your hands right now. There's sensation in the hands. There's a lot happening in there, a lot of life happening. How does it feel? You feel the warmth, tingling perhaps. Relax your hands. There is nothing to hold on to right now. There's nothing to control. Just letting go. Just coming into a moment of being, just being present to yourself. Good. Relax your buttocks. And then come all the way down and feel the floor underneath your feet, the ground, Mother Earth. And feel that connection. And if you can, imagine that there's energy coming between your feet and the earth underneath, coming in and out, a real connection, like trees have to the earth. We do too. Good. Then come all the way back up your body and just feel your whole body nice and relaxed. And then begin to notice your breath. We're not trying to do anything with the breath or change it. Just notice your breath. It's difficult to notice the breath without wanting to change it. So notice how you breathe. Be curious. Just notice your breath. Notice your rhythm. There's no right or wrong. It's very unique to you. It's happening all the time automatically, and all we do now is pay attention to it, make it conscious. So begin to breathe into your belly. If you like, you can put a hand in your lower belly. If not, you don't have to. If you like, if this helps, you can breathe into your hand. Feel the belly expand out like a balloon. And as we breathe out, the balloon contracts back to the spine, and we exhale fully all the way. And continue like this, breathing in, as if you're breathing into the belly. Exhaling and feeling how the belly contracts and empties out. If you watch little animals, they all breathe this way. Dogs, cats, our friends, our pets. And babies do. We all breathe this way when we were babies. And then when stress comes into our life, we begin to breathe into the chest, and that creates a stress response in the body. So we want to bring the breath back into the lower belly. And now bring your hands to the outside of your rib cage, right here underneath the armpits. Breathe into the belly, feel it expand, and then keep inhaling and feel how the chest, the rib cage opens like an accordion. And as we exhale, it contracts, the belly contracts, and we breathe out all the way. And again, breathing in, belly expands, rib cage expands, and we breathe out, the rib cage contracts, and the belly contracts. And find your own rhythm and continue like this, breathing in, belly, rib cage, exhaling all the way to the end of the exhalation. With the next inhalation, put your hand here right underneath your collarbones. Inhale into the belly, rib cage, and feel how this lifts and expands. And as we exhale, the chest drops a little bit, ribs contract, and the belly contracts, and we breathe out all the way. So we're going to continue like this, trying to smooth it out, because obviously the breath is one. It doesn't have all these three parts. So just breathe as best you can. And the only thing to remember is to breathe all the way from the beginning of the inhalation to the end. Notice a little pause when nothing seems to happen, and then breathe all the way out. And again, there's a little pause when nothing seems to happen. Trying to keep the breath as slow and long and even and full as possible. When I say even, we want to have the exhalation be as long as the inhalation or longer. It's in the exhalation that we bring up the relaxation response, where the body really lets go of any stressful hormones. So keep breathing like this. We're going to do 3 more very conscious breaths. And feel as if the whole body is breathing. The whole body expands, front and back. The whole body contracts as we exhale. Every single one of our cells is inhaling, expanding, and releasing what it doesn't need anymore for life. Because we're breathing in life. Life begins with our first breath on this earth, and it ends with our last breath. So let's be mindful of the breath and grateful. Let's take one more breath in. Really enjoy this breath. This is life we're breathing in. And let go of the breathing practice, which in yoga is called pranayam. Prana meaning energy, like what the Chinese call qi. And put your hand on your heart. And again, I want you to identify what is it that you want for yourself today through this practice. Whatever that is, say it to yourself as if it has already happened in the present tense. Good. And then when you're ready, open your eyes. And just like we did yesterday, like our little pets that we love so much, give yourself a nice stretch. Pendiculation, so stretch all the way from the center out to the toes and to the, you can stretch your toes, stretch, 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 stretch. And release. And come back to a sitting position and begin to shake. Let's shake the hands. When we shake, we are really shaking away, shaking out stressful energy, thoughts that get stuck, maybe anxiety, whatever. We're shaking it out. Shake out through your shoulders and your belly and your back and your head and your nose and your legs. And imagine you're just shaking out. Imagine you're a tree in the springtime and you're shaking off all the flowers. Good. And release. And come back to yourself. Close your eyes and feel how your body feels right now, how awake it feels, how alive it feels, just by shaking. Whenever we're going through a stressful moment through the day, you can stop and shake, and you'll feel so much better. It takes a minute, maybe at the most. So let's come into our tapping now. So rub your hands together to bring energy right up between the hands. And we're going to begin at the crown of the head, and we're going to say our affirmations. So I am open to a higher power. I am open to a higher power or higher inspiration. I am open. And over the eyebrows, I am hopeful, vital, and fully alive. I am hopeful, vital, and fully alive. Can you feel that? And then out the outside of the eyebrows, I let go of anger and resentment. This is the bladder meridian. I let go of anger and resentment. And then the cheekbones, right here in the center of the cheekbones, I trust the process of life. Trusting the process of life. And then right under the nose, I am grounded in gratitude. Grounded in gratitude. And under the lips, I am centered in spirit. Centered in spirit. And then this magical one right here underneath the collarbones, soft tissue right here. There's like a little dip, like a little indentation right there. You can tap, 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 and this you say, I go forward with courage. And during the day, if you're watching the news or whatever, you feel an energy of fear or anxiety, go ahead and tap here. You can also just massage, and it will bring up that relaxation response, which is so helpful. And then coming into the center here of the breastbone, my immune system is healthy and strong. My immune system is healthy and strong, which is what we want. So we can do this as much as you like today. Again, can't overdo it. And then right here at the bottom of the rib cage, the lowest ribs, and coming right here underneath the arms, I nourish myself with kindness. I nourish myself with kindness. Good. And then lean forward, make soft fists, and starting at the bottom of the spine, all the way up and down. All the way up and down. Good. And then into the buttocks. Good. And come back to the center. And let's pause for a moment. As we pause to feel, again, there's a lot of sensation from this practice. And the energy that was stuck in our body that needs to flow, it gets unstuck and it starts flowing and communicating, which is what we want. Take a moment. We're not going to do the whole lung meridian like we did on Wednesday, but we're just going to massage this nice fleshy part of our thumb, one thumb, and then all the way to the end of the thumb at either side of the nail. You can give it a little shake. So that's the lung meridian. We want to keep those lungs nice and open. And then do the other thumb. Nice. And then all the way to the end of the nail. And give it a little shake. Good. And then we're just going to open the hands because we're gripping, we're holding all the times. We're holding on, controlling, trying to control life. So let's just take the other hand and just press the fingers away. Just open the palm, press them away. Might hurt a little bit. Just go as far as it feels comfortable for you. Always listen to your body, and if your body says, oops, that's enough, then you pay attention and you do just that. Good. 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 And now let's just interlace our hands in front of our body and inhale and press those palms out all the way up. Press up as if you're pushing against the sky. Open and widen and press between the shoulder blades and come back to the heart. And then again, interlace the hands, press them out towards me and lift. Press up. Good. Lift through the waist and then exhale. And bring them back. Let your shoulders drop and relax. Last time, interlace. Press them out as we breathe in, coming all the way up. And then let them go and squeeze between the shoulder blades. Let the neck be soft. Let the shoulders drop and release. And let's come into some nice shoulder circles here. Shoulder circles up and back and down. Up, back, and down. And this should feel really good. I always say that it's like being in the water, and the reason for that is that we want it to be nice and smooth and fluid. You know, our joints have something called synovial fluid in them, and that synovial fluid dries up with age. And the way to make it nice and juicy again is through movement and heat. So this is what we're doing with those shoulders. Good. Good. And this time, as you bring your shoulders up, let your head come back, and you'll feel that the back of your head, that occipital ridge there, touches the back, the top of your shoulders, and give yourself a little massage. It should feel good. Wherever your body, your neck feels, it needs a little massage back there. Good. And release. And come back to the center. And take your hands onto your neck. And just, again, with your hands, massage your neck. You know where you want to massage and feel. You might want to go right down into these shoulders where we carry a lot of tension. They're very strong muscles. And then the other side. Good. Delicious. Okay, how am I doing? All right, take a moment to close your eyes and feel. Again, check your face. How are your eyes? Are they tight? Do you feel tense? How about the tongue? Can you relax the tongue? And the jaw, can you feel the jaw dropping away from the upper jaw? Good. Relax. Feel that you're being held by the chair and the floor, the ground. You can relax and let go into this moment right now. Good, and open your eyes. Okay, let's do something a little bit different today. It's fun to change. So we're going to do some arm swings with the arms, but we're going to do that by lifting the energy from the earth right into our beings and then spreading it out. So, and it's going to make us go forward and then up. And again, it's the best advice I can give you is to see if you can make it fun and find pleasure in this movement. So we're going to bring our hands in front of the heart. Take a breath in. As you exhale, let the chin come down and come forward as if you're lifting from the earth energy. Palms together. Inhale right up your body, right through your body, up to the sky. And then exhale and let it go. Bring the hands in front of the heart, down to the earth. Inhale that energy right through your body, up to the sky. And open the palms and stretch out those arms. And chin to the chest, palms to the chest. And fold forward. And lift the energy. Inhaling, lifting. Good. And exhale. And just bring your arms, your hands to the heart now. And we're going to inhale and just go to one side. And hands together. And to another side. And hands together. And inhale up and twist to one side. And hands together. And twist to the other side. Beautiful. And hands together. And pause and relax. Feel the shoulders. If you need to let's do some of this. Let's do some lifting and dropping and lifting and dropping and saying, so what? So what? So what? So what? So what? And just stop and feel. Can you feel your breath? Can you hear your heartbeat? Can you feel your feet grounded into the earth? Open your soles of your feet nice and wide so you feel grounded into Mother Earth. Good. And open your eyes when you're ready. So I'd like us to do a wonderful movement now, which is not just for the body, but it's also for the brain, for communicating left and right sides of the brain. And it is making figure eights. You know, the figure eight like this, or lying down, is a figure of infinity as well. Our subtle body, not our physical body, but our subtle body, which is around us, loves this movement, and it's full of these energetic figure eights, infinity eights. So here we go. Let's bring our hands more or less together and begin to make a figure eight in front of you. Going from one side to another. And notice how my shoulders are soft and relaxed, and so is my midsection because it's moving to one side and then the other side. And now we're going to bring these movements a little bit up further. And you can be very creative here. It doesn't have to look exactly like what I'm doing. As long as you keep moving, keep those arms moving. And let's go to one side and make them over on this side. And then come back to the center. And then come over to the other side. Making the figure eights. And then coming up. Stretch it out. Stretch and grab as if you're trying to grab a precious object that's just out of reach. Use your fingers. Make them work. Use your fingers. Okay. and release, and exhale. Ah. Notice where your awareness goes, your attention, when nothing is happening, when I'm not talking, we're not moving. Where are you? Can you stay inside yourself? Can you stay in your own awareness of yourself? Observing your breath, feeling your body. Good. Yeah, okay. When you're ready, open your eyes. So let's bring our hands, our arms down to the sides of the body now. And we want to widen here. So the shoulders, remember, if we roll our thumbs out, as if we're asking for a ride, it opens our shoulders. So let's do that a few times. Inhale out and let it go. And again, roll those shoulders out and let them go. And roll the shoulders out and let them go. And one more time, roll them out and let them go. And now let the arms just hang there, but with this nice and open. And we're going to let this right arm hang. The left arm's going to come up and stretch. And we do the opposite. The one comes down, and the other one comes up and stretch. So we're going to go from side to side a few times, and then hold. Left arm comes up, stretch through the fingers, and stretch it out. Lifting and release. Inhale up. Lift as high as you can through the fingers. Stretch out from this hip bone all the way through the fingers. Inhale up. And relax those shoulders. Let the arms hang. Inhale up. And stretch it out. And lift. And release. And inhale up. And stretch. And let it go. And release. And relax. Take a breath in and out. We're going to hold now. So you want to really engage your abdominals, your core strength, which means pressing or tightening the lower belly and the lower back towards the center. So the arms are hanging, feet are nicely grounded on the floor. We're going to inhale our left arm up, and then exhale and stretch and hold just for a couple of breaths. And don't let this arm come forward. Keep it right by your ear. Stretch out through the fingertips. One more breath, in and out, hold it. We're strengthening this side of the midsection. And inhale up and release. Nice. And relax. Let go. Feel the difference between the right side and the left side. Let's do the other side. Again, press down into your buttocks, lift through the crown of the head, engage your core, inhale up, press out through the fingertips, and exhale and stretch. And hold. Couple of breaths. Keep the arm rolled back. Press out through the fingertips. Beautiful. One more breath in. And exhale and release. Nice work. And relax. And really let go here. Let the body soften. And once again, let yourself sink into the chair through the buttocks, into the ground through the feet. Relax the face, the eyes, the jaw, the tongue. How about relaxing the tailbone? Relax the tailbone. Can you find it? Way down at the bottom of your spine. Good. And we're going to now do the dolphin again, which we did yesterday. So we're going to open our feet a lot wider because we want to have space here for our body to come down. So remember, it looks like this. We come up and then we round our body with the chin coming to the chest. We dive between our legs, press into our hands, come up with the chin, press the shoulders back, and then again, round the back, chin to the chest, drop down, the belly button goes way back to the spine. Inhale, come up, and let's keep going, nice and fluid. Again, see if you can imagine yourself doing this in the water and pretend you're a dolphin. You know, dolphins have these wonderful smiles. I don't think there is such a thing as a sad-looking dolphin. They probably do feel sadness, but they don't stop smiling. And when we smile, you can try it. If you lift the corners of your mouth, smile, your whole body relaxes. And release. And sit back a little bit, hands on the lap, and feel. What are you feeling and where do you feel it? Can you feel your back body right now? I can feel my lower back. Can you feel your feet? The soles of your feet might be tingling. Good. And come back to the front of the chair. So we're going to do our last two movements of the spine. We've done 4 movements of the spine. We've gone one side and to the other side, like a little half moon. We've gone rounding and arching, and now we're going to twist. So let's bring our arms, our hands interlaced behind the head with the elbows nice and wide, and relax the shoulders. So notice I'm not doing this. My shoulders are down and relaxed, and I'm just holding the back of my head with my hands. Keep the elbows nice and wide. Now take a breath in and get as tall as you can through the center of your body. Exhale to your right. Oh, I'm sorry, that is not what we want. Get as tall as you want. We want to twist. So let's twist to the right, all the way to the right. Inhale to the center, and exhale to the left. Inhale to the center, exhale, and inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale, and come back to the center, and release. Good. And relax. We're going to work with our lower body now. So again, we want to have both legs stretched out with the heels on the floor. And we're going to just begin to circle our feet. So we're working on the ankles. The knees are moving. Hips are moving. Core is engaged a little bit so that we can do this. So keep moving. Don't go too fast. If we're moving very fast, then your mind cannot track the movement. It just becomes automatic, and there's not half as much benefit. Reverse the movement. Let's go the other way. Good. Really making those ankles work. Good. Let's go out and in and out and in and out and in, out and in, and make the feet parallel, and then stretch one foot and press into the heel of the other one, and then alternate. So one foot and then the other. If you want to use your breath, you exhale and you inhale, alternating. Good. And then squeeze the, what are they called, toes. Squeeze the toes and stretch and squeeze and stretch. Squeeze and stretch, squeeze and stretch. Thumbs in and then thumbs out. Good for the brain. And now this fun thing where we do one thumb in and one thumb out. If you can, this is a challenge, but it's fun. And if you can't do it, so what? It doesn't matter. So just enjoy the challenge. Good. And let's do a little tapping with the feet. Good. And let's take a moment to relax and feel. So today for the legs, rather than on Wednesday, I think we did a pressing of a heavy object. We're going to do it slightly different. Come really to the front of the chair, and you really need to engage your core here. It has to be nice and strong, long, tall spine. Really sit up nice and tall. Open the chest and relax the shoulders. So we're just going to, you can hold on to your chair. You don't have to hold on to it, but just rest your hands here. And this is nice because it really opens the chest a little bit more. So we're going to just lift the right leg and stretch it out and bring it down. And then the left leg, stretch it out and bring it down. And stretch and down. And stretch and down. And stretch. And stretch. And stretch. And stretch. Remember that if you can't do this, we're going to just do one now. So the right leg, just lift it and just do as many as you can. If you can't do any, again, so what? You can do whatever you like instead. You can just rest and breathe as long as you stay inside your experience and don't get lost in your thoughts. Good. And release and feel the difference. And let's do the other one. So this is really strengthening for these thigh muscles, which is a lot of the vitality that we have, we carry in our leg muscles, especially the thighs. Good. And relax. And let's give them a nice tapping. And close your eyes for a moment and feel. I'd like to do a little bit of stretching. There's always so much that I'd like to do, and we just don't have the time. I'd like to do a little bit of standing up and sitting down today as well, which we haven't done. So let's see if we can fit it in. But right now, I'd like to do a little bit of stretching. So let's do it with both legs just for the sake of time. So come really to the front of your chair. And again, you want to engage the core and be as tall and elegant as you can. And take a hold of your chair and stretch out both legs. Make sure that you feel nice and safe. You want to have your feet parallel, more or less the same distance as your hips. And we want to pull the toes towards us because that's going to help the stretch. And keeping those toes up, pull them up towards your body and lean forward as far as you can go until your body feels a nice stretch in both legs. This is quite a challenge, I know. But just do the best you can and anchor yourself on your breath. Keep stretching. Feel the stretch. Once you're in a place where you're feeling a lot of sensation in the back of the legs, a lot of stretching, as much as possible, relax into it. Just holding it in a place of slight discomfort, but you can hold it and focus on your breath. And we're going to do a few more breaths here. It takes time to stretch because we're working with something called fascia, which is connective tissue, which we have all throughout our body. And that connective tissue gets hardened and tight with age. And the only way to stretch it out is again with warmth and time. Takes time to stretch. Good. 3, 2, 1. And slowly come up with your body. And then just slide one foot towards you and then the other one. And relax. And just feel the sensation now after having stretched the legs a little bit. How much lighter they feel. Good. I really want to work a little bit on standing, and because this is a part of our chair yoga class that we do every time, and it's really a huge benefit to all of us. It's very strengthening to the core, to the whole body, and we do get up and stand and sit down during the day. So this is kind of a trick on how to do that easily. So again, we want to have our feet about the same distance as our hips. The heels a little bit closer than the knees because we're going to be standing on the heels, resting onto the heels. And the trick is that we don't try to get up. We don't try to get up like this because that's really hard to do. The trick is to throw the head forward. So the nose goes over the toes and then the rest of the body follows with the momentum. So it looks like this. And it's really magical. To sit down, the same thing happens. We put our buttocks back first, and then the body follows. So the head comes forward, and we stand up. And the buttocks come back, and we sit down. Go slowly. Make sure you feel safe. If you have to push into your thighs or into the chair, go ahead and do so. Just keep moving. If you can do it without pushing into your thighs, you can put your hands up in your shoulders and try to do it without the help of your arms. This is making your core and your legs work harder. Good. And now we're going to do 3 times very slow motion. Maybe not 3 times, maybe twice. So here we go. We're going to come forward with the head and then slowly come up. For this one, we can hold on to our earlobes. And then again, buttocks back. See if you can do a slow motion. Really strengthening. One more time. Forward with the head. And then slow motion coming up. Beautiful. And the reverse. Nice. And release. Whew, that was lovely. Oh, and I see that I'm running out of time. So much more to do, so we'll leave it for next time. Right now, let's just sit back in your chairs in a nice, comfortable position. And just drink in the effects of these movements and the breathing that we've done. How do you feel? Compare it to how you felt at the beginning of our practice. Is there a difference? And what is the difference? What do you feel in the body? Maybe you can voice it to yourself. Warmth, aliveness, tingling. And what do you remember? What do you want to take home, or you are home, but what do you want to remember from today's class so that you can practice during the weekend? And not just remember, but see if you can actually visualize yourself doing it. See yourself in whatever place in your cottage or apartment, home, see yourself doing whatever it is that you want to practice. It might be just breathing. It might be just moving the arms, might be doing the 6 movements of the spine, working with the toes, the feet, whatever. Relax your eyes, the eyelids, the eyeballs. Relax the nostrils, cheekbones, and the inner ears. Relax the inner mouth, the gums and the teeth, the tongue. Let the tongue rest at the floor of the mouth, very relaxed. Relax the throat and neck, shoulders, the arms, and the hands and all 10 fingers. Relax the back body. Relax the buttocks and the tailbone. Move back up into the shoulders. Come down into the upper chest. Relax the heart and the lungs. Feeling great gratitude for how they work to keep us alive. Feel the movement of the rib cage. Move down into the abdomen and relax all the organs in the abdomen and in the pelvis. And again, saying thank you. Thank you. Moving down into the pelvic floor, that space between our sitting bones and our genitals. Relax that base of the spine, all the little muscles there. Then feel the upper legs relaxed and the knees nice and open, inside and outside, relaxed knees. You can put your hands on them if they need a little love. And then come down into the lower legs, into the ankles and feet. Relax their toes, all 10 toes. You can move them around, finding them. Relax all 10 toes. Feel the ground underneath you. Feel the space underneath your body. Going down into the earth. And then come up through the body, all the way up to the head. And then relax the brain. The front brain, the middle brain, the back brain. Feel the space above your head. Feel the space in front of you, the space behind you, the space to your right and to your left. And realize that all of that space is part of your energetic body. And then imagine everyone else on this campus with their space around them, and our spaces are connected. We are all shaped differently, perhaps like light bulbs, different shaped light bulbs, different colors, different shapes, different sizes, maybe even different scents. But we are all lit up by one and the same energy. So feel that oneness that we are. And imagine that oneness like a circle. And realize that we cannot love anything that we don't feel we're one with. Even if we're just looking at a beautiful sunset or listening to some very beautiful music, there is this magical thing that happens where we feel one with that and we feel love. So right now, bring to your mind, it can be a person, it can be a place, it can be a pet, an object, piece of music, something that you love very, very deeply. And see if you can feel that sense of oneness with that. That oneness, which is really what love is. Continue feeling that sense of oneness with whatever it is that you're contemplating. Bring your hand to your heart and feel it there in your heart. And now let go of the visualization of the object or the music or whatever it was that you were looking at, and just stay with the feeling, with the oneness, and spread it out throughout this planet to all animals, to the vegetable kingdom, flowers, trees, bushes, to the mineral kingdom, to this earth itself, to the air, to the sky and all the planets, to our galaxy, out into the universe, into the cosmos. Continue feeling this sense of oneness with all that is, all created things. And then slowly, slowly, bring your awareness back to yourself, to your own body. And let your hand drop, and to your own heart. And thank yourself for taking the time and making the effort and having the will to do this practice. And again, see yourself practicing this weekend. So bringing your hands now in front of the heart, we're going to bow to each other and to ourselves with many thanks. Namaste.